Well, is there anything worse than a leaking toilet bowl or a leaking toilet base? In my opinion, no, especially because when you flush it, there's probably you-know-what in it, and that's disgusting. So in this video, I'm going to show you several tips on how to fix a leaking toilet bowl or base. We're going to go over the different kinds of flanges that you can use, how to install the wax ring, and several other tips that'll help you out with this process. It's going to save you a ton of money, and in the end, you're going to be well informed and you're going to be able to make the right decisions when it comes to doing this project. So let's dive into it right now. Let's cut to the chase. If your toilet bowl or your toilet base is leaking, it's probably because of three things. Number one, your wax ring has gone bad. Number two, your closet flange is messed up in some way, shape, or form. Or number three, your toilet bowl is actually cracked and it needs to be replaced. That's actually the worst case scenario in my opinion. The first two we can fix easily, it's not a problem. And what I really want to go to first is your closet flange. So I put together a lot of different closet flanges here and setups that you might want to consider. The first closet flange is if you're putting in a new waste stack. So this is for a PVC waste stack. Just make sure you get the right size closet flange that corresponds to the pipe you're using, the waste pipe. And it's got a metal closet flange around it. This one's a little bit different. It's offset a little bit. So if you need to move your toilet a bit farther away from the wall, you can use this one. So wanted to make sure you knew that this was an option. This flange is actually a 4-inch gasketed closet flange. So this is the gasket right here. This is made by Sioux Chief. And you can buy this at Home Depot or your local hardware store. This is meant for if you've got a large pipe that's made out of cast iron. You can slide this down into the cast iron pipe and then you can affix this to your finished floor. This is just a plain ring that you can get at the local home store. So if this is the only thing you need to replace, you do have the option of getting this. Now I want to give you one tidbit. I don't like steel. Actually, the last few that I showed you that have steel in them, I just don't like them because they're going to rust out and over time they're going to corrode. This is a toilet flange repair ring. So what you can do is you basically break off the old ring and then you put this around your existing pipe. And it is fast, it's easy, makes it so much more affordable to replace the ring than this top portion of your pipe. So these also exist in home stores. This is what's called a closet flange spacer. This one's made by Odie. This is about a 1/2 inch thick spacer. And this is meant to go on top of a closet flange that is recessed or down below or even with your finished floor. So you can use this spacer to raise up the closet flange. And I'll show you how to do that today. Now this is a 1/4 inch spacer by Sioux Chief. And you can use it to do the exact same thing. That is raise up your closet flange. It's called Razor-Ring. These are a few bucks. They're also called closet flange spacer rings. And they're really easy to use, and we'll get into that shortly here. Before you remove your toilet, make sure you get the rough-in measurement. The rough-in measurement is the distance from the wall, not the baseboard, but the wall, to the closet flange bolts. Now, this is a new installation. The toilet hasn't been installed yet. Although our closet flange is flush with the floor, but I'll tell you more about that in a second. So what you would do is measure from the wall to where your bolts are in the closet flange. They're usually 12 inches. That's the most common measurement. Just make sure you note that before you take the toilet off and buy a new toilet. You need to know the rough-in measurement. If you have trouble removing your closet flange bolts, you do not have to break the toilet to get it off the floor. You can either use a mini hacksaw to cut below the bolt, the closet flange bolt's nut, I should say, or you can use an oscillating multi-tool like this one here. This is the Fine Multi-Master. Just use a metal blade or attachment. What you do is you slide this under the nut and you cut the bolt off underneath the nut. Then you can remove the toilet. So you can use an oscillating multi-tool to do this, or you can use a little mini hacksaw. But you don't have to break the toilet. Another big tip I have for you is to use OD Liquid Lock. You can find this in home stores. Plunge all the water out of your bowl and then pour this into it. And what will happen is the water will congeal. It becomes a gel. You won't leak any water on your finished floor. Toilet water is disgusting. You can use this to prevent any drips of toilet water on your floor in your bathroom or throughout your home. So just OD Liquid Lock. Like I said, the number one problem for leaking toilet bowls or bases is the wax ring. If your toilet is really old, and you've never replaced the wax ring, let's say it's 10, 15, 20, 30 years old, and you've never replaced the wax ring, if it starts to leak underneath the base, chances are you just need to go to the store and buy a $5, $6, $7 wax ring. Now they come in different varieties. This is a reinforced XL wax bowl ring kit. Now it actually has a horn on it. I'll show you. So this is the horn here. It's a little plastic horn. Don't necessarily recommend this because this restricts the flow when you flush the toilet, and that's not necessarily a great thing. So if you can find a reinforced XL wax ring without the horn on it, that's the way to go. This is just a standard wax ring right here, and you can buy these at any home store, and there's no ring around it. So there's no horn, plastic horn, and this is the one that I would use. I would prefer to have one that's a little bit thicker or taller. So anyhow, these are two different kinds of wax rings that you have. If all you have to do is replace the wax ring, my recommendation is to peel it off from this plastic case here and then put it on top of your closet flange. That's the way I like to do it. Then you can line up your closet flange bolts with your rough end dimension and then sit the toilet bowl on top of this wax ring. The second reason why toilets leak is this one. And this is a secret that my plumber shared with me a long time ago. Charlie Henderson is his name. He's here in Pittsburgh. And that is to make sure that your closet flange is at least 1/4 inch above the finished floor. So I'm going to repeat that. Your closet flange should be about 1/4 inch above the finished floor. So if you have a tile floor, like we have here, the best thing that you could do is make sure that the closet flange sits right on top of that floor. So what do you do though if your closet flange is even with the floor or a little bit below it? If your closet flange is below the finished floor, the best thing you can do is use these closet flange spacer rings. You can just stack them right on top of the existing closet flange. Of course, if your flange is dirty or has wax on it, you want to clean it off as much as you can. And then what you're going to do is put a bead of silicone sealant right here on the closet flange and on the bottom of the extender ring. And you're going to sandwich them together, like so. Here's the silicone sealant that I would recommend you use, or something like it. This is GE in white. It's 100% silicone. It has a 10-year mold-free product protection. And so what you would do again is just put your silicone sealant on the existing closet flange, on the bottom of the closet flange spacer ring or extension ring, sandwich them together, and then you would attach it using either decking screws, stainless steel screws, or if you've got cement board underneath your tile, I would recommend that you use the alkali resistant screws that you use to affix that cement board to the subfloor. So that's how you would do that. If you are going to be using one of these rings, I recommend that you get an extra toilet bolt set, closet flange bolt set, and you get them extra long. So in this case, this is a 5/16 by 3.5 inch brass bolt set. You can see they're really, really long. And the reason why you want that to be the case is when you put this flange on top of here, it's going to effectively reduce the height of your bolt. So you want the bolt to go up through both flanges and up through the toilet bowl itself. And you can always cut these off with a mini hacksaw or an oscillating multi-tool. So always get extra long closet flange bolts because usually when you get a toilet or a wax ring, the closet flange bolts are pretty small. I think these are only 2.5 inches or 2-inch bolts. So you want to get extra long ones. By the way, I have another video that shows you how to install these rings, and you can watch it right here. Well, that's it. That's how you fix a leaking toilet bowl or a leaking toilet base. If you've got a question, ask it down below in the comments, either here on YouTube or back on over at homerepairtutor.com, which is home base for me. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel because we come out with a new do-it-yourself home improvement video every single week. So click the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel. And guess what? We also have a free DIY bathroom remodeling video series back on over at homerepairtutor.com. So if you go to homerepairtutor.com, you can check that out for yourself. It's pretty awesome. We show you how to demo a bathroom, install a new bathtub, begin the cement board installation. We go over different materials. It's phenomenal. I know that you would like it. So you can check that out back on over on Home Repair Tutor. So that's it for this week. Again, if you've got a question, ask it down below. I can totally identify with you. If you've got a leaking toilet bowl, it's very frustrating. I'd be more than happy to try and help you out with that. Take care. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.